Hi, my name's Sira. I'm a rising senior at Trinity, and this is my final milestone for my piano project. And so basically I put everything together on this these wooden panels, and you can see that the keys, when I press on them, they show different colors, and you can't see it, but they're vibrating according to how hard I touch. And so what I did for my final milestone was sort of two parts. First, because I had bought originally I had bought like a tiny piano, but the FSRs were too big to fit on the keys. And so Sam and Jesse suggested that I make a piano that would fit like what I needed to fit on. And so I built these keys and like cut them into 12 pieces, and then had this frame so that I could attach them, and there'd be two layers. And so there's that. And then I also like attached the breadboard to behind it in the Arduino, so everything was sort of just contained. And then I attached like the micro vibration motors underneath or on the sides and stuff like that, and had springs on the bottom, so like when you press there'd be some sort of resistance, and that helps the FSRs because like then they have something to sort of record. And then for my visual component, I originally had these 12 rectangles that would just be different shades of blue, but then I changed it to have each key correspond to a different color of the rainbow. And so you can see, like, if I press on it lighter, it's a smaller circle that's also a little, like, there's less opacity, but as I press harder, like, it becomes fuller opacity and it gets bigger. And that happens for all 12 keys. And so basically what I learned by doing all of this was like patience was the main thing. I ran into a lot of errors, like 5 of my FSRs broke, and so I couldn't really use them, and like I had to sort of go through the process of checking my wiring and my code, and I realized that it was just the FSRs. And also just there were like a lot of bugs that I ran into, like sometimes the FSRs wouldn't be registering like the force as hard as enough, and so my vibration motors wouldn't be going as fast. And so there were just like a lot of buggy issues, but I managed to like fix them by, like either manually like inserting scalars that would manipulate the FSR value so that they would like eventually get read to the micro vibration motors, and getting new FSRs. And so my big takeaway from this whole entire project was really just planning things out and sort of realizing that things can go wrong, because I definitely had, when I was beginning this project, I definitely had an idea of like how long things would take, and like I thought everything would go perfectly, but I quickly learned that that was wrong, and I ran into a lot of bugs and issues, like I said. But in the end, I learned how to sort of overcome that and just like work through those issues, even though they took a while. Like I definitely learned more about coding and processing, and also just with mechanical and hardware stuff. So yeah.